Since the first plane took flight in 1903, the aerospace and defense industry has been at the forefront of innovation, pushing boundaries and developing increasingly advanced technologies. In turn, these products have become incredibly complex, resulting in large supply chains that provide thousands of highly specialized parts. Companies in the industry face an equally complex regulatory landscape and must meet requirements for product compliance, corporate social responsibility, and vendor management. To streamline the product compliance process, the aerospace and defense industry uses a special declarable substance list called the AD-DSL. The list identifies substances of concern companies need to be aware of and facilitates compliance with global regulations such as the EU Registration, Evaluation, Authorization, and Restriction of Chemicals Regulation, better known as REACH, the Toxic Substances Control Act, and the EU Waste Framework Directive. These and other regulations place a number of unique requirements on companies, such as the communication of substances of concern to downstream users and enforcement bodies, finding alternatives to certain substances or applying for authorizations if no alternative can be found, and reporting on substances in articles into a central database. Aerospace and defense companies must meet these various requirements in order to keep their products on the market. However, the regulatory landscape includes more than just product compliance. Companies must also ensure their supply chains are free of human rights violations, corruption, and unfair labor practices. For example, the U.S. Federal Acquisition Regulation, or FAR, prohibits the use of human trafficking to fulfill government contracts. The regulation's defense supplement, DFARS, places rules on the use of certain metals, and due diligence is required for aerospace and defense companies in the US and EU to meet their conflict minerals requirements. Companies competing for government contracts must also meet established information security standards set by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST. With so many parts required to make a single product, a robust trade compliance program is necessary to avoid expensive duties, sanctions, or supply disruption. To do this successfully, companies must accurately track each part's unique country of origin data and customs codes, and present this information to the relevant authorities. Assent provides aerospace and defense companies with access to the supply chain data they need to meet their requirements, enabling them to reduce risk, protect their brand reputation, and maintain market access.